essence of core embodiment rests upon a deep understanding of the interconnectedness and wholeness of nature. For us to fully participate in this profound, life-giving, and nourishing field of nature, we must find new ways to embody that will enable us to feel and sense directly nature's intelligence. Symbiotic harmony defines the intelligence of nature. This harmony is also built into the most exquisite miracle of consciousness we call being human. The same intelligence that knows how to conceive a human being from 2 cells is the same potency that moves the tides and directs the planets to spiral around the sun. This intelligence is present right now within our own heartbeat, breath, and fingerprint. We can attune, receive, and ultimately embody all the guidance necessary to live our lives within this field of grace. It is our birthright to participate in the joy of our own conscious evolution and discover our true potential. In order for our potential to flower, there must be a foundation of trust within our bodies. The more oxytocin-rich our formative environment is and continues to be, the more we can naturally access this trust. We see the breaking of this trust in the day-to-day adrenaline, cortisol, fight-or-flight environments of our dominant culture. The misuse of power and the calcification of fear are wreaking havoc on our ability to feel our ground of being, to bond with the biological intelligence of Mother Earth, as well as being rooted in our eternal nature. The consequence to this disconnection is not only personal, but affects every aspect of our socio-political, economic, and ecological well-being. Unless we reestablish this life-giving, nourishing, and essential trust, we will fail to satisfy our primary birthright. Our primary birthright is a felt sense of belonging to the deeper truth of who we are, our purpose and our power to participate in the creation of our world. My name is Ajaya Sommers, and I grew up in an environment where my primary connection to the natural world, as well as to my own soul, was cultivated and supported. I never broke off from my primary bond with nature and the soul of the world that bond affords. However, I spent the bulk of my life attempting to create a kind of utopian existence, as was the extended dream of my parents. And I worked very hard to create these, quote, alternative realities that could keep me safe from the messiness of being human. Eventually, I had to let go of every foothold that I had carefully put into place. My trust was broken and my despair was real, and I was plunged into a long, deep, dark night of the soul. It was in this darkness that I eventually discovered a process to re-umbilicalize or resource with my own biology, as well as with the heart of the universe. After many years of being in this new, grounded laboratory of my own direct experience, the synthesis of core embodiment began to emerge. I call this the sacred cross, representing the horizontal and the vertical dimensions of our being. Within the intersection of these 2 aspects is the sweet spot, the center core of our true nature, where our eternal and our temporal beings coalesce. The first aspect of embodiment of the sacred cross involves bonding with our biological intelligence, discovering how to embrace and relax with all that lives in the horizontal, temporal, relative plane of our precious, impermanent existence. The second aspect is consciously cultivating and reestablishing our bond with the eternal or vertical dimension of our being. I discovered that there is a tangible location in the very subtle core of our bodies, in what is known as the midline or the central channel in some traditions. It is here that the 3 main oscillating centers, or portals of perception, the head, the heart, and the belly, allow conscious access to our core intelligence, which then gives rise to a seamless integration between the infinite and the finite aspects of our being. The human being is the sacred cross. I believe we are all designed to have an address in both worlds. When our biology is bonded with the rhythms of the earth, we experience true nourishment. And when our core is once again breathing in connection with the eternal, this trust is naturally reestablished. Inside this trust, we become one unified whole, imbued with the radiance of the love and truth of our true nature. Our anatomy itself lights up, revealing the path to live out our greatest, most creative and life-sustaining potential. Living now from the inside out, the compulsive need to look any further than our own bodies disappears. The wise guidance for every step of our lives arrives through our most intimate felt sense embrace. I am currently creating safe and intimate spaces to explore this direct experience. These spaces are designed for individuals, for groups, for couples, to directly discover and embody the latent superpowers of our human potential. I welcome you to join me as we co-create a field in which we can deeply relax out of all the defense structures that have unconsciously kept us bound in our history. I welcome you to come into this place where you can make true contact with yourself, to truly love, forgive, and rediscover your gratitude for being alive. I welcome you to come into this place where the ordinary is sanctified, the human is celebrated, and the compassionate is expected. Together, we can open once again to our birthright, the miracle of life that is always present as the presence of love, which is the true ground of all being. It is from here that we authentically contribute our unique gifts in service. Our evolving humanity and sacred planet need us fully alive and passionately engaged.